Vacation has started.
I'm in love, babe.
For now, I feel like things are going really well.
The Selling Sunset Season 5 trailer has dropped, and we have got to break it all down. Hey guys, and welcome back to another shared news. We have some predictions and thoughts on the next season of Selling Sunset, so we have got to get into it. But before we do, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so you never miss out on any reality TV tea, because it's truly really hot today. As always, I'm your host, Zachary Reality, joined by Allison Van Dam. And Allison, we both love Selling Sunset, and the trailer has dropped. What are your initial thoughts?
I am so excited. Let it be known that Zach and I were filming a completely different video, and I checked Instagram to see that this had been posted by the cast, and we immediately knew that we had to cover it. So we are here for you. As soon as we knew it was happening, we are here to break it down. I'm so excited. I'm excited by any season, but the fact that this season is involving travel, like we all saw their Instagrams in Italy, they were all together. That's when we found out Chrishell and Jason were dating. So I was so hoping that the cameras had followed them there, because I love any sort of like exotic destination. That's why I love The Bachelor. So the fact that the initial shot is, in Italy and we can watch them travel and we can watch all the drama, I'm already set. I'm already sold. They can take anything they want. Money, my firstborn, my time, anything.
Oh, well, they'll definitely be taking your time and my time, because there's going to be a lot of episodes, and it's coming on April 22nd. So let's see what this season is all about. Roll the first clip.
We're in Greece. Vacation has started.
I'm in love, babe.
For now, I feel like things are going really well.
I would love it if Chrishell and Jason got married. I just don't want Jason to hurt her, though.
Where are you guys on babies?
Oh my God. It's interesting.
So I've
because we
already
kind of-
screwed up.
Why?
I've already screwed up. I said Italy. They just said Greece. My apologies.
Yes.
That's on me.
Well, I think they go to Italy as well. I saw them posting on Instagram last year or last summer, so I don't think you're too off. But they're definitely in Greece. I don't know if the whole crew is there, because the front group is a little divided. Plus, someone has to be back at the O group, getting, the houses sold and stuff. But we're diving right into Chrishell and Jason. And I mean, it's just kind of weird, because we saw this relationship play out in the press. We know they end up breaking up. Are you excited to watch it, or do you feel like it kind of takes away, since we already know they broke up because she wanted kids and he didn't?
I'm so excited that we get to see it, because I think if, it'd just been glossed over because we now know that it didn't work out, we would have been missing out on a lot of behind the scenes, a lot of drama, a lot of stuff we didn't see behind their Instagram photos. And it's just part of, this is just part of how reality TV works. Obviously, they film it months ago. It takes time to edit, get the whole season together, promote it. So we know that everything we're watching is going to be delayed. Things might change, but we're still going to watch it anyways, because this did happen at some point, and we had a lot of questions as the relationship was going on that never got answered. So even though they're not together now, I think everyone's just as curious to figure out exactly how the relationship worked, on vacation, meeting families, and especially in the office, because that's like kind of a huge thing to deal with if that's your boss and your boyfriend.
Oh my God, you're so right though, and it's nice because we have this like couple on the show. I feel like a lot of the other couples are, they're dating guys who like aren't TV personalities. Like Mary's with Roman, like he kind of stays off to the side. Christine's man stays off to the side. I don't know what Emma's doing, but I'm excited to see where she fits into the equation. But Chrishell is obviously like the main character on the show. She was the new girl originally. She's integrated her way to be the star of the show. Now she's always in the middle. And Jason is like the boss. So, I mean, it's going to be fun to see how everything plays out. And you're right, internationally makes it even more fun. Let's keep watching.
It is risky when you're in an office and you're obviously dating your boss.
I was wondering why I wasn't getting listings. And then I was like, oh yeah, it's because I'm not f***ing my boss.
That is rich coming from her. You know what? I am f***ing the boss.
Hi, Chelsea was funny.
Ooh. Oh my God. I mean, I love how Chrishell owned it in that last moment. She's like, I am effing the boss. Now, the Chrishell and the Christine feud has been going on for many years, and they didn't even talk to each other last season. They stayed as far away as possible. What are the chances do you think, of the two of them getting back together, or at least confronting each other and letting things out?
It always started out as the Chrishell versus the Christine, feud, even from season one. And I think a lot of that had to do with the fact that Christine was very jealous that Mary and Chriselle were becoming such good friends. Then it kind of turned into this breaking up of Christine and Mary, which was even more heartbreaking because they were the closest of friends. They used to be roommates before Mary moved in with Romaine. Like they had this long friendship and bond. So I don't think there's any chance of Christine and Chriselle coming to any sort of reconciliation unless Christine and Mary become friends again. Because I think that has
That makes
become the
sense.
bigger issue of all of it. So I think, yeah, if Christine and Mary can put their differences aside and maybe start being friends again, I think maybe then Chriselle will come with that package. But you'd have to go through Mary to get Chriselle. So it's never just going to jump to Chriselle and Christine.
That makes a lot of sense too. And I think we'll see that as we go through the rest of the trailer, Mary and Christine trying to come to an amends. And one thing I want to say about Selling Sunset is they always look so good. Like the camera quality is always so clear. And then their outfits, head to toe, hair, makeup, every single one of them is perfect. They're all 11 out of 10s. Like not one, there's not one weak link in the group. They're all so gorgeous. Let's keep watching because, I mean, listen, the drama just started and it ain't stopping anytime soon.
Christine, nice to meet you. I always get what I want. I just love this view.
And I just love looking down on people.
The little people.
Hi, peasants!
In my new position as a manager, I need to
Whoa.
figure out.
Okay, so we have a lot here. Now, we did talk about Selling Sunset last week, Allison, when we got the first, poster for the season. And we talked a little bit about Chelsea. We know she has a rich husband. She got 2 kids. She is British, so we heard a little bit of her accent. I know you were looking forward to that. What I'm surprised by is because Emma was the one who was so welcoming, like everyone meet Chelsea on her Instagram. So we thought that Chelsea was going to be introduced as Emma's friend, but now it seems like Christine and Chelsea are a dynamic duo, which I'm living for. But we also know Christine and Emma do not get along as they fought over the same guy last year. So what is your take on all of this?
I'm not surprised because Christine and Emma were never going to get along. They had that weird history. It's a very she said. They have very different stories of how the entire thing went down. But we didn't just get Emma last season. We got Vanessa too. And the second that Vanessa came into the office, Christine wanted to take her under her wing. She was getting individual drinks with her. She was telling her how everyone in the office worked. And Vanessa cuts to the chase and is very like a straight shooter. And so she was like, if this is how Christine talks about her friends, like I'm a little nervous. But Christine definitely was trying to get the new girl on her side, I think because she knows she's an island. So she's strategic. She's a businesswoman. She knows what she's doing. And maybe they are soulmates. We watched that little clip of them like saying peasants at the same time. Like maybe they are very similar personalities and they will be friends. But it doesn't surprise me that the second a new person came in, Christine's going to want them to be on her side because the majority of people are not.
Yeah, but the thing about Chelsea that Vanessa doesn't have is that Chelsea seems to be all about it. Vanessa was always hesitant in getting to know Christine, and she always was reporting back to the other girls. Chelsea seems to be going full in bad bitch energy with Christine. Look at them walking down the street. Like, honestly, I'm living. I am living. I love Christine. She's my favorite on the show. Also, we see that Mary is the new manager in town. So let's take a look and see how that's going to go.
How to get everybody on a clean slate. If you want to be part of the brokerage, you need to stop disrespecting the other agents.
I have never once instigated a situation.
Okay, I mean, this goes to your point, Allison, so kind of take it from there. Mary and Christine are the ones that need to make amends first before Christine can make amends with the rest of the group. Is she doing it because she loves Christine and wants to make amends, or is she doing it because she's the manager?
I think it's a combination of both. Like we watched Mary at the season 4 finale at that party, almost like begging and pleading Christine to be like, talk to me. Like you have changed. What are these lies? Like, because I do think Mary is invested in her. They've known each other for so many years. And she was kind of offering one last olive branch, like personally as a friend. So now maybe this is her offering a final olive branch as the manager, as a coworker, as someone in the office. So like this is kind of make or break for them as friends and as, business people professionally and personally. So I think it just adds to the interesting dynamic. I do wonder if someone's going to talk about the fact that, Christine mentioned earlier, I wondered why I wasn't getting listings. Then I realized it's because I'm not my boss. And obviously, we know Mary dated Jason as well. So if Chriselle's getting listings and Mary became the manager, I wonder how that's going to go down with the other girls. And I also thought it was interesting that Christine said, I've never once, did she say instigated anything? Which I think
Yeah.
has very similar energy to either season 2 or 3 when she was like, I don't start the drama, I just finish it. So, as a Christine fan, how do you feel about her saying she's never instigated any drama or any, issues with the other girls?
I mean, I love how you're throwing it back to me. You know I love the drama. I love the villain. I watch these reality shows knowing that it's not all real. So if I was on the show, and it is real to them because it is their lives, if I was one of the girls on the show, then I would have a problem and be like, and want to hold my friend accountable and put someone in their place. And I wouldn't want to interact with someone who's lying or manipulating. But as a fan of the show who's watching it for enjoyment and entertainment, Team Christine all day long, no shame, no, I have no issues owning that. I'm a Team Christine fan. Who is your favorite on the show?
I was a Team Christine fan from the get go as well. I remember watching season 1 when I was in college, like before anyone else knew about it. I ended up bonding with this guy that I was in a show with at the time because we'd both seen it and it was such this niche little show. And we ended up DMing Christine on like a random weekend about how much we loved the show. And she saw our DM and responded to us and was like sending us voice memos when we were in college. And we were dying. Like that was the best night of my life. We were screaming to high heaven. And she was so, so sweet to us. So I've always had this like affinity towards Christine because I feel like I somewhat know her as an individual. I've like
Yeah.
talked with her a little bit probably within the last year or so back and forth. And she again has been nothing but nice to me. Then it's just so hard to watch her on this show because who knows what they do with editing, but especially in season 4, some of the conversations she was having, there were loopholes and there were questions that I
Yeah.
had. So my friends and I, who were very much Team Christine, started kind of having an identity crisis because we could see it from
Yeah.
both ways. So I'm excited to see season 5. Hopefully, some of those questions get answered because I got to get back to Mama Christine and she's making it a little hard.
I can understand that as well. And sometimes I deal with that when I meet a reality star in real life and I'm like, wait, I hate you on the show. Or wait, I loved you on the show and now you're doing this and now you're nice and now you're not nice. So it does kind of get confusing. Let's keep watching and see what else is going to unfold. We have a couple of clips left.
I've never had a listing over 10 million.
How many houses can say they have 2 pools?
It's a game of. Let's go.
Every time she's around, the energy changes.
She didn't invite you to her bridal shower?
Who's this from? From Christine.
Honestly forgot Heather was on the show. It looks like she's getting married this season, so we're going to see a lot of events around Heather, and she did not invite Christine. You can still see that the group is really, really close. Chelsea doesn't seem to be in there at all, but we see Amanza, we see Mary, Maya, what's her name again? Davina, of course, Davina, yes. What do you think about Heather? Are you excited for her and Tarek?
I am. I mean, I don't want to yuck anyone's yum, as I used to tell my nanny kids, but she and Tarek have been like a little much for me. I think I've referenced this a lot, but the ending of season 4, that party when they like storm out, and that whole thing felt very kind of staged to me, the two of them. Again, they're no strangers to the camera between what she does and what he does, and the whole like, babe, your mic is on, your mic is on. And then they like shuffle off and like they're
Yeah.
yanking each other's mics off. And he's like, you know what she is? Da, da, da. It just like felt like kind of like a high school play or something. I don't know. So that was the moment where I was like, come on. So hopefully we cut all that kind of fake drama and maybe we can see, a beautiful wedding. We've seen weddings on the show before. We've seen Mary's, we've seen Christine's. Those are always really interesting episodes. And I do find it interesting that Chelsea is not at the bridal shower. Maybe she really is, Team Christine. Maybe they are ride or die friends. I don't see Vanessa at the bridal shower either.
Yeah, I
So
was gonna
she's
say
missing in
that.
action. But I do see Brett's girlfriend. So clearly they are close with her. And I know she went to Europe with them as well. So clearly she's infiltrated the group. I would love to, get some on camera time with her because I don't think we've ever really seen her speak. But I've definitely seen them on Instagram before. So I'm excited to maybe dive into their relationship.
I'm like looking, I'm like, okay, who is who? I'm like, wait, why are there so many brunettes? Because everyone's blonde on the show, or at least like the main girls were always blonde. That like I said, they're just so good looking. Like every single one of them just knows how to dress to the T. And I wonder if Heather's going to be involved this much in the season. We know she goes back and forth to OC a lot, and we didn't see her in a lot of the earlier trailers. So I'm excited to see what Heather brings because I do like Heather. I think she's really sassy and funny. Let's keep watching. We have 2 more clips to go through.
That gift was to make sure that her presence was known.
We are about to take over.
So if my client buys, I get a desk at the Oppenheim Group.
That's a deal.
If you come in, someone else has to go. If she's losing clients, we have to take that into consideration when
Uh-oh. Okay, I mean, who do we think Mary is talking about? It seems like they're trying to bring in Chelsea. Are they going to get rid of Christine or Davina? I feel like, or maybe even Heather, since she seems to be in this new marriage. Like, who do we think the weak link is?
Or Maya. Maya has always been saying she might want to go to Florida, be with her husband. You know, she has multiple kids now. So I wouldn't be surprised if maybe she is just at a different stage of her life or, you know, just wants to work at a different brokerage in Florida closer to her husband. Or, yeah, they could move Heather down to OC. I don't know if it's going to be Christine. I just don't see them necessarily getting rid of Christine because, as we know, she supplies the drama, as we even just saw at Heather's bridal shower. Zach, tell me why the second that I saw that with the roses and they said she wanted her presence to be known, I immediately wanted to ask you if you would ever do something similar to that because it feels like your energy.
No, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if I would do something that extra. I also can't afford those roses. That was probably like $20,000. Look at that giant thing. That's like Kardashians level flowers. Like, oh my God. Honestly, if I am not invited somewhere, and this happened recently with some friends where I wasn't invited to like someone's birthday, I decided to like not text the person until the next day because I actually didn't want my name being mentioned. I didn't want to get involved. I didn't want to ruin the day for the person by just like making my presence known. So I'm actually the opposite of Christine in this situation, Allison.
You are taking the higher road. I live for the drama as I know you do too. But yeah, there's no way we could have afforded that. Maybe one rose. That would probably just go unnoticed.
One rose. Literally, we can get one rose and it would be unnoticed. Honestly, me these days, I'm all about talking about the drama and watching it and less about being about it, which is kind of interesting because I love the drama on the shows. But in my real life, at least recently, I've been more like not into it. Maybe because all my drama gets consumed with reality TV. I have none left to give in my real friendships. But we have one last clip left. So let's take a look and then we'll give our predictions.
We're looking at who's going to stay at the brokerage.
I am making your job harder. That doesn't bother me.
Is this like the end for her?
I don't think these bitches are ready because we are about to take over.
Black and blonde Barbie.
Wow. I mean, overall, it looks like it's going to be a really good season. We didn't get much of Emma in the trailer. I think there was one scene of her with a guy. I want her to date like some hot guy because she is so hot. What are you most looking forward to seeing in the season? And I want to know, who do you anticipate being your MVP, which is your most valuable player, and your LVP, who you're probably not going to like or just might not give a lot to the show of this season?
Yeah, I'm most looking forward to the travel. I want to see them in Europe and any drama coming out of Chriselle and Jason. I would love to even see like them kind of behind closed doors that they let cameras in of like just what they do on a normal night because I think sometimes that's even more interesting than the drama. I think MVP, I gotta stick with Christine. I think now that she might have an ally, she'll be even stronger. And LVP, I think might be Davina because I think she, she wanted to get back with the O group. Exactly. She wanted to be back at the O group and they told her she couldn't instigate any drama. Christine tried to bring her in as like a former friend and Davina wanted nothing to do with it. So I wouldn't be surprised if she just kept her head down, did her work, and, just left the drama to everyone else.
That's pretty fair. I mean, well, I want to say something different. So I'm going to give my MVP to Mary. I feel like this season as the manager, she's going to tackle the Oppenham group, sell all the houses, make the money. And I also think she's going to be an essential part in mending the relationships because she is the most maternal and mature out of the group. So I feel like she can just kind of bring people together. And I'm worried that my least valuable player, I'm going to have to go to Brett Oppenheim. I mean, what does he really bring, Allison? Jason is carrying it for the Oppenheim brothers. He's dating Chriselle. He's dating Mary. He's getting involved in the drama. What does Brett do? Tell me what he does besides just be his twin.
Honestly, nothing other than I think that might have been Brett saying, I'm gonna make your job harder and I don't really care.
Yeah.
Like Brett is just I always wanted to see a Brett and Heather maybe romance because I felt like she was so flirty with
Ooh.
him in earlier seasons before she was with Tarek. She came over and like saw his condo and was like, "Where's my room, Brett?" Like da 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 da. Da. So I always like wanted that, but clearly she's with Tarek now. He's with his girlfriend that we saw at the bridal shower. So I'm with you though. It does feel like Jason is not only carrying the brokerage, but carrying this show on his back.
Could not agree with you more. Now, apparently, Brett may have left the Oppenheim group to start his own brokerage. So, I mean, obviously, like, he's going to be involved somewhat this season, but as far as where he's going moving forward, he might not be with the O group anymore. So, we're going to have to dig into it and see what all the tea is, especially as the new episodes come. The new season of Selling Sunset premieres April 22nd on Netflix. So we want to hear what you guys are most looking forward to. Give us your thoughts, comments, and predictions in the comment section down below. And make sure to subscribe to our channel before you go so you never miss out on any future videos. We'll be back here to talk about the next season. As always, I'm your host, Zachary Reality, joined by Allison Van Dam. Our social media handles are on the screen right now, so be sure to give us a follow. Come say hello. Thank you guys for watching, and we will catch you in the next one. Bye.